Okay, Mickey, I'm gonna tell you some basic things about this car. So first, it's the key. As you can see, the key has 3 buttons. That's obviously unlocking the car, and locking the car, it's the same button. When lock the car, you see the light flashes twice. That means the car is locked. So I'm gonna show you first on the outside. This first middle key, it shows you that's the middle, the front trunk. Hold that down, and the front hood is open. You can see underneath here is like a red latch. You can just lift it and pull it towards the right, and that opens up the front hood area. This can actually fit a full-size 25-inch luggage. I tested it. Right there, I give you I just give that to you. It's the wrench, a wrench. So if you ever need roadside, taking the wheel off or whatever, you can use that if you want. Inside here, in this compartment, which I will show you quickly, it's the battery. Battery's inside there, and I'm gonna put this back. But basically, the battery it's new. I just got it replaced for 200 bucks. You should be all set, and that should be all set too, I think. And then on the other side, this, if you twist this open, this is the windshield wiper fluid. Inside here is the brake fluid. If you know how to do a brake job, you can definitely put the new brake fluids in it. Let's see. Down here actually is a toolbox. If you pull this open, this is for when you have a flat tire. I've never used it because I've never got any issue with this car. I don't touch this. I don't really know what it is for. Some other kits here, you can definitely Google them and find out what they're for. Here's a tow hook, which you can use to tow the car when you need to, and another toolbox here that have some basic tool in it. Put this back. Okay. Okay. It took 2 hands. The tow hook goes in here. That's when you can take the license plate out and you can put a tow hook in it. When you close the trunk, like this, it is not completely closed. Many people say push onto the Porsche logo because they don't want to touch the paint, but the good for this car to close the hood is to actually press down onto the front end. Sorry, this car is behind me. And then have it closed. Okay, let's move on to the rear trunk. So the other button you hold down, open up. That is your rear trunk area. You can always fit more stuff in here if you need to, or slide something in between the engine cover and the storage net. And here's a little lid. You open this. Now this is where you put in the new engine oil and coolant, which if you ever had to do that, you need to do it, but I've always given this car to the shop to do this. But yeah, that's really just the back area. There's really nothing too special. Nice and fuzzy material. And when you close it, I recommend grabbing this. Don't take that, because why touch the paint when you grab this? This is the actually supposed to be, you grab this and then close it. Now on the outside, that's everything's looking great to me. Brakes are new, as I said. Open the door. You see when you pull the handle, see how the window goes down a bit? That's just the way it is. Unlock the car. Okay, so now we're getting into the car. I'm gonna show you the most important things now. This is your sitting position, center console, gear changer, whatever. Those are easy. The keyhole is on the left. This is a really Porsche thing. It's what really makes this special. So insert the key. See, so usually I hold the key ish so I can read the oil level is definitely full, which is good. And then I start the car. Push the foot on the brake. You see, right at the beginning, the rev goes a little higher, about 1400-ish. It drops a little bit. This is a cold start. I haven't driven the car in a day. And I recommend before you start the car, I say always wait like a few seconds. That's good for the electronic components, because when you're doing a cold start, those components tend to warm up after. A lot of people just go in the car and then they just turn the key right away. It's not good for any car, just saying. So you can feel that the engine is revving, and it's definitely not suitable for just taking off, because I think, like I said, this is not just any like Toyota, Honda where you can abuse. This car you can take care of. So right here we have the speed in the middle displayed too, and this obviously tells you the rev. On the right, here's a gear, the gear, clock, temperature, amount of gas, and on top, which 100, 175, 250, that's important. That's actually the engine oil temperature. Watch that number when you drive. Okay, so now, I don't know if you can hear this, you can feel it too, that the shake vibration in this car reduces a bit because the car has been warming up just a little bit, and the rev dropped below 1000. You can of course take off now, but personally I say the best way, if you can, is to wait a little more. There's two stages. The other stage goes to about 800 RPM. That's when this car is ready to go. And here, that's your emergency light. Here is, you press this button with the key on it. Now the car is locked in the inside. I don't have to explain really all these to you, because this is like just an infotainment system you'll figure out as you use this car. Camera climate control, I just do auto, and you control the temperature with the left button. Say if I do 67, I don't have to do anything else. The car will adjust the internal temperature to make this interior 67 degree. Here's a glove box, which I put obviously all the information in it. I'll do a clean out. Also in the glove box is this is really important, because this is a wheel lock. So if the wheel has to be taken off, one of the lug nuts, it's special Porsche lug nut that has to be opened with this. Okay, now you see it drops again to around 800, and you can feel that the car is even more quiet down at this point. That means we can certainly take off if we want to. Before we do that, I'm going to show you more. Here obviously is the windshield wiper option. You'll pull it down once that it goes, like that, or you can go up or up like this. Pull this towards you. You can spray water. That control the speed. And right here are the lights. Lights, like all German cars, you turn the lights on here, and that's your turn signal, and that's your high beam. Right here is a function button. Let me first put on my seatbelt. Okay, seatbelt is put on. Now you can see the information in here. Now currently it's 22.9 mpg for this trip. You can there's a functional leverage. You can pull this to change the information display, including tire pressure, mph, mpg, how many miles you have left till you have to fill the gas, and you can play with this in the future for sure. So now let's I'm gonna show you. So when I drive, obviously press down the gas, the brake pedal to drive. When you first start the car, you want to drive gentle. You don't want to just straight like floor it right away. Oh, let me just go to the side of the road. Here's the cars coming. But you want to be gentle on the gas and kind of go slowly. But the catch is, I'm gonna put this in neutral. The catch is, once you see the temperature rise up to 175, which is in the middle, is when you can really floor and have the most fun with this car. And also another thing is, once I'm in drive, I pull it towards the left. Now it's in manual. You can see that the thing goes to manual. And like this. See, now the car is in first gear. It doesn't really go unless I press upshift button. Now it's in second gear. Okay. I'm gonna make oh, I don't want to. Oh, I should go. Then maybe I'm making it right. So just normal driving. Like I'm gonna drive in this way. See, I'm still in manual mode. That's so you can press either way. So on the right is plus and minus, on the left is plus and minus. You know, I'm driving and I'm feeling I should change gear, so I press the up button to upshift. And as I'm slowing down, you know, now I'm slowing down, and I think now I should press downshift. You know, just like this. But of course, most times just keep it in drive. Manual is really for when you want to drive really sporty. A full tank of gas should run you around 300-ish or more or less miles, depends on your driving style. But so that's basically how this car really drives. Up here, Alcantara roof, mirrors right here for your own. Hey, cup holders is in this thing. I need to push it open like this. Now you can adjust the thing if you need to. There are two on each side. One you can also close it to make it a playing surface. So I'm still driving and driving. Going back to my street. But yeah, overall, this car, you gotta really drive it to feel it, and I'll definitely give you all the advice. If you have any questions, I'll definitely help you answer those questions. But obviously, warm up your car. Don't ever floor it when it's not warm up enough. It's really bad for the piston. It's bad for engine. Remember, you're driving a 6-cylinder right behind you. You know. So I'm gonna wait for the car to warm up a little more. Meanwhile, I'm gonna tell you a little more in this car. I'm just resting my foot right there. As you can see, this car has plenty of carpeting. I mean, it's a luxury car, what do you expect? To turn on the fog light, front and rear fog lights, you pull this once to activate the front one, and then pull it again further to activate the rear fog light. I don't really use them often. Window switches, no need to explain. Window control, no need to explain. I believe you know how to use that. Here is the center console compartment. You open this up. I still have my coin purse, which should be gone by the time you get this car. More storage area. On the door handle, you can put more stuff in it. Either side has one. And right behind this, over there, is also storage, just saying. And let's see. So volume 0. So now in this, you know, you turn this on, volume, adjust things. But the most important thing I found is to use the sound. Press the sound, you can change the bass, triple, balance, meaning left and right balance, fader, meaning front and rear fader. So if you change the fader, depends on how you change it, the sound may come in from the back, coming from the front. Fader. this is that, and this is surround. So the surround, when surround is off, it's just regular car you know, sound. High, it activates all 4 speakers in the car. I mean, more than 4, I think. Medium and low, it just make the surround effect less, you know, obvious. I mean, after all, this is a both surround sound system package that they have. So yeah, right here on the wheel, press this to you know, horn it, and upshift, downshift, upshift, downshift, they are the same. You can use whatever you want. So now the car is looking like it's getting towards the 175 mark, that it's actually a little more safe for us to floor the gas. And for this car to floor the gas, to really get the experience, and which is cool, is you want to keep your rev at around 3,000. First gear, 3,000. I mean, if you take your friend or somebody for a ride, keep it at 3,000. And then at first gear, and then you can push it all the way down. But remember to shift it before it hits the red line, because that's just how it works. You know how it works. And second, third, fourth, you will know. I mean, you drive a manual, you will know when the car wants to shift up too. You can feel it. So I'm gonna show that to you one more time. So I have to take off. In manual mode, see, I am doing it. I shifted second gear. Now I'm but again, this is a manual mode. If you're in drive, you don't have to worry about any of these. Okay, so see how I try to maintain it at 3,000. Let me go into this. Okay, maybe a neighborhood, but whatever. So I'm down in first gear. I'm keeping it at 3,000. And then now you can floor it. See how that goes? Man, you're gonna have so much fun with this car. But I just showed you that's the proper way to floor the gas to get the most amount of torque and speed and performance out of this car. So that's it for now. I'm going to take off to do my GMAT test, but there are plenty of manuals that this car came with that you should definitely read. Well, I'm glad that you will be the new owner for this car, and I certainly hope you take care of it and have fun with it. That's it. I'll talk to you very soon, Mickey. Da GG. So for example, when I turn the car on, that's a good time to, like, you know, start the car. And now my lights on. I'm actually gonna correct a few things for you. First of all, you see here is a button that shows the car tail wing goes up and down. If you press this, you can see that the wing in the back is now up in position. I don't normally do this because it does increase downforce, and on a regular road driving, street driving, it will make it less gas efficient. But for sporty rides, you definitely want that on, you know, because increase more downforce, you can drive faster and take better corners. To retract this thing, you want to hold onto it. Now hold it until light is off, and now you know it's the wing goes back down. And over here there's a thing that says PSM off. It's on by default because it's the Porsche stability management thing. I rarely turn this off. If you go to a track, or if you do something, you know, more towards the track focus, you know, sports driving focus, you can turn this off. And once you turn that off, you can see that it has a thing on to tell you that it's being turned off. What that does is that turns off traction control and some other assisted features, but I'd rather leave it on. So I'm gonna put my seatbelt on, and I will show you one more thing because I think I made a mistake in the previous section. Okay, so I'm gonna just drive a little bit towards here. You see that the lever to control the you know, the what is that, cruise control. You press it once to turn it on. You can see this green light lights up, and then as you drive, once you drive to your desired speed, you push it away from you. You know, you push it away from you to activate it. And to cancel it, you either press the brake or you pull it downward like this, push it downward. To resume, you'll just push it up like what it says here. And to increase the speed, you will push it like that, you know, just keep pushing it forward, then the speed will goes up. And if you pull it towards you, speed goes down. It gets slower in the cruise control. That's pretty much the most major thing I need to talk about in this video that I made for you, Mickey. So hope you enjoyed this car, and take care of Ruby like how I take care of her. You see the leather seats, everything is really intact. This is my baby, man. All right, peace.